The Catholic priest is in service to marriage and the family. The priest sees the family at baptism and the wonder of God in the eyes of young parents as water rushes down the heads of their children. The priest welcomes these babies into the family of God and the Church. In so doing, he encourages the parents and extended family to integrate the life of their domestic church into that of the Catholic Church, the universal sacrament of salvation. The priest sees the family at Mass with their stresses, their preoccupations, their worries about work and the week, and their tensions with each other. And during the epiclesis of the Eucharistic prayer, as he calls down fire on the gifts, he simultaneously calls down the fire of unity, communion, and mission on the married couples and families in his parish and around the world. He calls down purifying and missionary fire on the crises, challenges, tensions, and temptations experienced by wives and husbands. He calls down purifying and missionary fire on the Catholic formation and catechesis that a married couple both models and actively teaches within their home, so that our homes are evangelizing homes of hospitality, warmth, compassion, acceptance, and witness. In Sacramentum Caritatis, Pope Benedict XVI helps us to understand the transformative dimension of the Mass. He writes, "The Eucharist draws us into Jesus' act of self-oblation. More than just statically receiving the incarnate Logos, we enter into the very dynamic of his self-giving. Jesus draws us into himself. The substantial conversion of bread and wine into his body and blood introduces within creation the principle of a radical change, a sort of nuclear fission, to use an image familiar to us today, which penetrates to the heart of all being, a change meant to set off a process which transforms reality, a process leading ultimately to the transfiguration of the entire world to the point where God will be all in all." This transfiguration of the entire world through the nuclear fission of the Mass transfigures each family that immerses itself in the Mass and the Eucharist, since both the marriage bond and the extended family bond is intrinsically linked to the Eucharistic unity of Jesus Christ.